for them, getting up to the testing territory. So, I mean, hopefully we see something like that come out for them from the start of this map. Maybe project them into looking like they might be able to win it.
Let's see what they're made of, as we are going to be jumping straight into the pistol. Okay, Sterling trying to play one way around this early Xbox smoke thrown by 8Ballers. And Crosshair looked good, but he's just going to be hiding in the smoke. But now 8Ballers are just going to forget about him. You know, forget about it completely and just smash it up short.
I don't think Sterling is a player that you can forget about, however, as he does look to reapproach and refight. Shui is going to be the first casualty of Dust2 here. What an awkward duel to start things off. Hazard is going to take out Donga with the famous P2K that I always love to see him still rock in this game. And now as 8Ballers start to stretch out through long of A, Sterling takes out Jules, and the remaining two fall flawless to come through from the Ex-Direwolves here in the pistol.
A calamity for 8Ballers that they didn't manage to find Sterling there in the smoke, just spamming away. They had 60 bullets. He had, what, 13 to shoot, and still he just managed to survive, drop down, get that reload, have a bit of support coming in from B ramp, and it was more than enough to make him survive and then just make the rest of the round look pretty damn easy. Ex-Direwolves into the second, though. They have 4 rifles on the board, 1 SMG for Licky. Jules, he's missed the mark with that scout shot. That could have been the opening that they needed. Licky, off the back of the nade, is able to pick up first blood here at long.
He's looking for another one with the challenge to come out from Oni, but Oni is going to say absolutely no to that and double down on a second as well. So starting to get a little bit of damage. APOC has felt the weight of the scout actually down through towards mid. So this is actually shaping up to be somewhat of a promising round for the 8Ballers. Oni lurking, however, in amongst the smoke at long. Might see the death of him soon, but the A site is in the hands of Bogeyman.
Oh, timing. Played to perfection there by Sterling. Was edging around and sneaking the shot onto Oni. However, sneaking up short and going loud here for Jules, who's going to pick up the headshot for that second shot on the scout, connecting to third as well. And now it's Sterling head spotted over the top of the edge there. Now Sterling, 29 HP. He's got this kit in play, which he retrieved at long earlier, and a smoke to play with as well. Bogey, 62 HP here, playing from Wizard, and the smoke's gone damn deep. Trying to just find an edge around it. Bogey gets straight under the view model there of Sterling, and will pick up the final kill. Big round from Jules there to secure a first round on Dust2 for 8Ballers.
Yeah, I think we saw more damage come through him, from him rather, as well throughout the course of that round, with the first tag damage that we saw, or that we didn't see rather, onto APOC with that scout as well, as, you know, trickle damage in the beginning, but then starting to find the damage a little bit later on. So really solidify that one for the 8Ballers. Bogeyman just finding the last frag at the end where required. And now we're going to see a bit of this mid challenge to come out from the Direwolves. More damage from Jules as he takes out Licky. So again, this scout doing exactly what he needs it to be doing.
APOC trying to connect back, though. Has that flash to put himself on the line, but he's not going to be able to connect this time. And Jules, back a bedroom flash to get them out close long. But is this one going to blind Savage in this position if he gets close? Issue is, he can't get too much closer because Donga was on the line. There it is. Second kill found for the round, and Sterling now just trying to put a bit of pressure down mid.
He could be on for one frag late on towards Oni if he heard him a little bit earlier, but Oni's shadow, might reveal him, but he's still got that better equipped weapon. Takes Sterling's head off, and now it's going to be APOC to try and hold down the site, which you can't do again. It's Jules with the scout and Shui to close out the round. That is 500 points of HP surviving out for the 8Ballers into the new round. It's a good start for him on this map here.
Good to see 8Ballers in the lead. First time we've been able to say that this series. Yeah. Let's see if they can try to jack up the numbers nice and early here. Jules had a bit of a slow start over on map number 1. But again, they're just waiting for this swing to come in. They've spotted no one on the cross yet. So Shui should be good just to smash his way out towards B. But he doesn't want to. He CT's running towards him. So 8Ballers recoup, regroup, and look to smash their way up a long for now.
Yeah, well, they don't need to recover anything at the moment as well, because they do have their forces relatively tight knit over towards the A-long area at the moment. A little bit of the flank being held by Shui. Oni spotting a couple of the heads. He will remove APOCs at current juncture. We have that flank as well to come in from Shui, as I mentioned. He'll look promising to be able to find something through mid. There goes Savage. Again, this is just a pretty formalized round for the 8-Ballers, one that they definitely need to be surviving in with, and maybe with everybody alive would certainly help. But Shui gets traded.
Every gun that Ex-Direwolves can take away from 8-Ballers is a big hit to the T's economy. And Sterling, his position was known before, landing that bink on the bogey towards the A site. Licky gets the better of Jules there, who's hunting for the M4. And owning that lowest. Or will be able to find the timing and pick up the headshot in through the edge. But Sterling, he's just got a USP, so 8-Ballers don't need to kill him. It's him that's looking to do the hunting. Pacific Gonga takes his head off at long range. And there you have it, 2-round lead for 8-Ballers, off to a solid start here on D2.
Yeah, well, we're finally going to get to see the first purchase to come through from the Ex-Direwolves as well. Sterling on the big green, however, it is in the glass cannon variety. So it's not the strongest equipped Direwolves squad that we know to come and love. And a famous, actually, for Savage, now that I do see it. No kits across the board, so it is quite a weakened purchase to actually come out for the Ex-Direwolves crew on their first real purchase. It will at least give us the good test against 8-Ballers rifle round, which we, didn't actually come to see too often over the map of Vertigo. It was a case of 8-Ballers having a buy here or there, and then they were down to that kind of eco territory, half-buy territory, a lot more than I would have liked to see.
Well, with this uppers control, Bogey's going to make a bit of noise out mid now, and he cannot gain any control. So it's the rest just funneling through towards that B site, but has found himself the double. And APOC wants one himself, and there it is. Open arms happily allowing 8-Ballers to run out into his crosshair. Jules missed his shot with the big green. And that one was a costly miss, because now Ex-Direwolves are starting to get a couple of guns in play. Plenty of util. The finances still in question, so if 8-Ballers can pick up this round, they might be able to knock them down a notch, take away one of those round loss bonuses that they were previously on. But for now, 8-Ballers still maintain the lead.
Yeah, maintaining the lead. I think one of the big things for them as well is just making sure that they maintain their sense of confidence too, making sure that they aren't falling into a little bit of a slump coming into this game. We mentioned, of course, losing the first map in the Series 16-4 is it's going to take a little bit of a toll on you mentally, but with the work that they've been putting in over the time, with Pocket Flak, of course, hopefully to see some big things to come out from the 8-Ballers. Rifle department again, though, Mac, and Sterling is going to be challenged here over at short. Flash off the line, misses the mark, but be able to challenge again.
Oh, we're going to see a run boost to clear the second angle. First jump, and Sterling gets away with one anyway, because Shui goes way too wide around the corner. Bogey was not enough of a distraction this time. Molly as well to separate the troops, but both of which go forward. No, Jules, he's fallen back and left Bogey out on an island. However, Ex-Direwolves, they've regressed long, setting up for the retake on A and giving the A site to 8-Ballers. But the bomb still needs to make its way up short now, and in comes the flank, Dion.
And I don't think Oni's going to be able to hear this one either. He is going to get caught off guard. Licky nearly actually taking some damage on toward his teammate in Savage there. Dong going to get mollied out. That'll be heard from the tick of the flames too by Sterling. And he can look to just lock down mid with this AWP repositioning. That bomb is down in such a sinister position for 8-Ballers to try and recover. Jules with the AWP on short. Going to be met with his teammate as well. And this is just going to be a bit of a brawl down through mid. But the trades come out and it's just Pacific Donga. 15 seconds to try and get the plant. Maybe the frags are better for him, but it gets traded in the end. And we're all tied up 3 apiece.
Awkward situation for 8-Ballers, but you can see that the experience coming through there for Ex-Direwolves, just the decisiveness on what to do, their protocols. All right, we've lost short. Let's not fight it. We got full long control, and then they counted the numbers. They got info on the players making their way up cat. So they knew exactly where every one of the 8-Ballers players were. Double push long, quick flank, bomb didn't get to site in time. And here we are, a tied game. And Ex-Direwolves starting to get their money in order. The same cannot be said for 8-Ballers. Have a look at that. Some people can buy some rifles here, but it's probably just going to be a couple of pistols dropped across and try to do as much damage to the CT economy as they can.
Yeah, well, the pause to be expired in the end. 8-Ballers, do they just run in with the quick old fabled rush B, see what they can do? Is one of the weirdest maps in the weirdest bomb sites rather in Counter-Strike. The retakes are hard. The entry is even hard as well, depending on which side you're in. I still think the mid doors should be switched over in this map. But here we go. We'll see what they can do with a little lesser weaponry right now. Take a frag or two over from the Direwolves. Better to chip away at their economy before they can really get it established on the CT side. Bit of the lower dark crawl in from them at the moment to group up through short. Licky is the only one here from the Oh, no, he's in CT. Even just disregard that. It's Sterling up on short with the AWP line. Depth perception. That's the better here sometimes.
Oh, look at this nade. In the hand of Sterling. Dropped straight on the top of a couple of T's. Didn't do as much damage as I expected. It went a bit deeper. And Jules unarmored. I thought he would have taken more damage, but APOC will be dishing some out himself there at mid. Oni going toe-to-toe with the AK. And he's not going to be around any longer to play. Now, Bogey needs to try to find an equalizer up short here. Looking to take point. But look at the defensive setup as well coming out from Ex-Direwolves. You've got one at Car. You've got Licky right below him there. Trained on the same line. So this is going to be one tough nut to crack, especially if 8Ballers don't use any util. If they've got none to use, they're just going to be going strength in numbers. It's going to be a 2-for-1 trade, but Sterling, he's played this damn line before, and he's going to be taking away 4 clean eco kills and a 4th round for Ex-Direwolves too.
I know it's against pistols, but how easy does he make it look sometimes with this AWP? He's just such a monster with this gun in hand. You know, you think towards a position that essentially has cemented himself in Nuke, right? Playing on the secret stairs. Absolutely phenomenal. And another position that an AWPer absolutely loves to play from on this map specifically is where we just saw Sterling pick up a 4K from. So big round come out from him. Again, it was just on those pistols. We've got guns to be seen on the side of 8Ballers now. And hopefully we see them rolling down the right direction. That's not a good start, though.
Oh, well, trade does favor the T's until Sterling posts on that position and Jules throws his life away too. Just hunting for a little bit too much. And 8Ballers, yes, they've got some short control, but look at the push as well. Savage, perfect timing, and Oni none the wiser. There's going to be the bomb in the sights and the CTs again with 30 seconds in.
Savage.
And Ex-Direwolves have such a solid hold on the round already.
Shuey, 1 versus 4. I don't know if I've heard this story before. He would need to double down on his kills and actually find the ace as well. He is sniffing out the individual duel on towards Licky. It's a bit of a difficult headshot angle he doesn't want to stay with, and Hazel will just swing out from short as well. A bit of a clean one coming out from the Ex-Direwolves on the purchase of the 8Ballers, who, again, like we saw lots of times on Vertigo Mac, are back towards an eco round.
Well, let's see if 8Ballers can make their way up short this time, or if it's going to be a different approach. Spawn say, yes, you could send someone out long, but it's straight down suicide they've opted for. Okay. Early util thrown, and it's just going to be straight up short they go. Savage, he will take contact here. Maybe Licky as the rotations come through at long. And they've heard all these damn footsteps. In comes that contact, but again, Sterling about to have a field day.
Yeah, he's on that line again where he can certainly deliver in spades. There's the 3, looking for the 4. Savage will steal it away by flashed from Donga. Doesn't help out Oni there either. It is just Donga. See what he can do with the Deagle. It's going to be nothing but a little licking and damage on to Savage. Quick one, done and dusted once more. And the 8Ballers is going to be calling in a pause once again before going into their next purchase. They've got 4 of them to use. We saw a couple in the first map. They definitely want to make sure that they do get this extra time here, Mac, just to make sure everything is going in order for them before leading into a round that can really bring them back into this game.
You could see that they definitely weren't expecting that aggression from Ex-Direwolves on their previous gun round. And I think Ex-Direwolves are just going to continue to push the point. You see this a lot of the time when you have experienced teams going up against some up-and-comers. They will disrespect you. They will go for some aggressive plays. And all the aggressive plays I've seen from Ex-Direwolves are off the back of great information they've found mid-round. So it's not really... I wouldn't say it's disrespectful, it's just smart gameplay, but it is extremely aggressive. However, bit of a battle at long, and Shuey has absolutely no chance there. Molly's hitting the mark, as are the flashes. And there it is, CT control is here to stay.
I love the game sense from Licky there as well, just to duck down, dodge those flashes, make sure he's in for the fight. A little bit of the extra damage onto Shui from the molly before the M4 cleans it up. And now with the player advantage, Ex-Direwolves can just look to fall on back and play with this little advantage. They know that the 8-ballers have to come in toward their own territory to get something back, and it's going to be difficult for them. They've only got a single flashbang, a couple of smokes and mollies, a HE for sure, but unless they go into these duels dry and try to catch Ex-Direwolves off guard, the utility that they really have is going to be utilized to just regain a little bit of this long control at the moment that Sterling was looking over with the AWP. He can just act accordingly, switch it up.
Licky just ready to drop that smoke and play the one-way over towards long if 8-ballers decide to commit to this position, and they pretty much have to at this point. It's the only piece of map that they're currently controlling. But Licky will either drop it at the 30-second mark or just wait for contact to come through from Sterling up on short, and it looks like it may just be at this 30-second mark, just hunting for some info. They've got the numbers, they're able to trade through, and in comes that wall of smokes, and still 2 flashes for Licky to use and just peek in it there and stop this push from coming through. The 8-ballers have left this so damn late. There's going to be no time to plant. They haven't had any chance at taking sight, and Jules will scurry away into the hole of bedroom just to try to keep the AWP alive into the next. Takes one with him, but either way, it's another round in the bag for the CTs. Has a snagging that away after the time too. So see you later to Jules' economy.
Yep, $200 is certainly not what you're going to be able to play with in a round unless you go for something like a Zeus and try to catch a gun off of your opponents. It'll be funny, yeah, but it really wouldn't be, the play of action for him. It's going to be another eco to come out from the 8-ballers. Whilst we look at the start comparison to the Direwolves or the Ex-Direwolves purchase right now, they're flourishing with it. The kits are here for everybody. The AWP is still for Sterling. They've got a load of cash, and again, they're kind of just steering the ship in the way that Vertigo went.
Well, that certainly could be a factor. However, I don't see it happening at the moment. Ex-Direwolves are playing their A game. They don't want to risk getting knocked out of the tourney or even just going to a third map at this point. You can see that they're doing everything just to 100% the rounds. Yes, they're playing extremely aggressive early round, trying to take the map control, but that's just meta at this point. Oh, Donga, he's spotted early here. Oh, and you like that nade too. It's only done two damage to Donga, so not much coming through there, but Savage fully aware he has to be in this position at short. And it looks like, I was going to say things about to go down from here for 8-ballers, but a sharp shot on the deagle. Oni starting to fire up here for 8-ballers.
Coming a little bit of a demon to come in through right now for the 8-ballers, but they do have to make sure that they can get this plant down onto the floor. Hazard going to eliminate Shui. Another challenge is coming on through. Now it's just down to 2 to see what they can do to bring this one back. There goes Bogeyman, and Oni falls in the end. Starting to get a couple of kills, though. That'll certainly give Oni some confidence going into this next round here. But that is, of course, the 8th found by Ex-Direwolves, which means they will be leading at the half. But if 8-ballers can get towards, your 6 or 7 rounds, then we're talking.
I see a world where it happens. If they keep hitting damn shots like that, though, they have to play the best game they've played in their lives, 8-ballers, if they want a chance here for the rest of the map. Oh, in comes the totem pole. Licky swings off the timing, and we'll find one, but Sterling's there to trade through and wants to keep the numbers in Ex-Direwolves' favor, so just falls back and gets on a line where he can continue to do so, as is the job of the AWPer. Big damage from that nade onto short.
Oh, and the second one, Sterling.
Finish Jules too. Oh, you hate to see it, Neil.
And the flank's already coming through right now from Savage. He's hit his mouse 2 to get one in the end, and now it's just going to be down to Oni to see what he can do in a 1 versus 3. And yes, I said mouse 2 if you heard me right. Did you know, fun fact, as Sterling eliminates Oni, the Savage actually plays with his mouse buttons the other way around. So mouse 2 is what most people have for mouse 1, and mouse 1 is what most people have for mouse 2. It's weird. It's cool. I like it.
Yeah, and then you got the crazy guys that also bind fire to like spacebar as well.
Yeah, I never understood that one.
I think it's just So, say if you're using like semi-auto guns, there's just no chance for you to like move your mouse around. I think there's theory behind it. Some people just maybe if you're left-handed, it just makes more sense to have to think less about your right hand. I don't know. I'm not left-handed.
Is it like
so
maybe
I
a Quake
just
thing?
don't know those things.
Like you can just hold it or you can tap it. I don't know. There you go. I wouldn't be surprised.
It's just a thing, you know?
Yeah, just a thing. Another thing that we just saw was another timeout to be utilized here from the 8Ballers. So another gun round on the back of that one, deciding what they want to do. A couple of Galils in play. There's going to be no Kevlar for Donga. Yeah, some util in as well. Actually, Mac, I've just noticed that Sterling's on 17 kills. No one's near him at all.
Yes. He is popping off. It's Dust2 and he's an AWPer and he's hitting his shots. So, you know, those things when they go together, it makes it look pretty easy, as does Licky, who's just spamming down a couple of teams running through his molly, who can't fight back either because they're fully blinded. All this util coming through from Ex-Direwolves is just on point right now. And APOC, he's hungry. He's so bored at that B side. He's like, you know what? I'm just pushing up the dark. I'm going all the way into T-Spore, sending it a little bit too far, though, as Jules has a heads-up play, expecting that aggression, and now just trying to make his way into B. But will he find the timing? Hazza drops that smoke and forces the T's to go through it. But Jules decides against it, which is a smart decision.
Over in that long duel as well, Licky picking up the first two on the back of Sterling, throwing in that flash to blind all of the opponents. Even when the man's not finding the frags, he's still contributing worlds towards the squad. It's really, really great to see. 2 versus 4, though, for Jules and Donga, as they do opt for this silent route after the exchange down through the B tunnels. Sterling's looking down this line as well. They can't really sacrifice a smoke going on top of the door hinge to try to get up toward the Xbox secretly, or silently, or obscure the vision. It's really rough for them here. The gap.
Favoring Jules, of course. The right side of his body was covered there by Xbox, so managed to get on the pixel line and connected. Is that the answer to get back in? They've got 20 seconds to do it.
Well, the bomb's
and
still
Jules now, he's going to split up. He's going to be dropping in 260, trying to clear things through, but Donga unable to trade, and Hazza will find his double eventually. After dropping that smoke and rerouting 8Ballers, they eventually come back like the boomerang they are. And it's Ex-Direwolves into the 10 mark in terms of the rounds.
Well, I wonder if Ex-Direwolves is going to be catching that boomerang or if it's going to knock them out cold. Are the 8Ballers going to be able to get the next 2 rounds and make their CT journey a little bit easier? They're choosing to go in for the half buy here. Make sure that they've got all the money that they need to get the proper buy into the last round of the half. As it looks like we've already seen a lot of control game by the Ex-Direwolves over through long, starting to creep up through mid. APOC playing on the back of this one-way smoke. Does a little bit better than we saw Sterling do in the pistol as he finds the frag.
Jules. Almost finding the timing there, but he was moving, so inaccuracy a factor. Elbow not quite spotted. Sterling knows every damn position he needs to be in. And 8Ballers decide to go for a bit of a reroute back over towards Upper Dark, where Donga's got control this time. No aggressive push through coming out from APOC. He's over towards short, and it's all up to Hazza to lock down the fort.
Well,
he's got Sterling close to do so as well.
You know how Hazza is on the B side of this map. It's very difficult to get past him usually. So we're going to see 8Ballers actually manage to eliminate him quite early in the mix. Trades still to come out. Remember, they are on the where you can purchase. The bomb plant for them here will certainly allow for more utility in the next round. But Ex-Direwolves, we're not going to let that happen. Grouping up 3 players toward these doors already. Bogeyman going for a bit of the challenge. And as Jules loses his life, Bogeyman will follow in pursuit down to 2 HP. And you do have it.
Yeah, rough situation to be in for 8Ballers at the moment, trailing by 8, and it might even be 9 as we head into the final round of the first half here. Sterling, again, trying to put on his best Hazza cosplay, who did drop that 20 bomb in the first half over on Vertigo. However, he's got to get 2 kills this round to do so. 3 KD at the moment. That is something astonishing. And Jules cheat on the offline. Won't connect this time. He's gone for the dak. Full disrespect, and I'm glad that he's been traded. But APOC up the guts too. Ex-Direwolves leaving it nowhere for 8Ballers to go this round.
Blink and you missed the kills that had happened as well, because there's only Jules and Pacific Donga once more alive on the 8Ballers squad. They weren't able to bring it back from a 2 versus 4 position last time, and I don't think, APOC can't see anything on that line, so a little bit of unknown information on towards 8Ballers locations right now, unless Donga had been seen jumping into the pit by anyone that was on the site from the Ex-Direwolves. They need to find the clean frags here. Jules on the AWP is going to maybe provide the best duel chance in the fight. He's double scoped in. He's still not going to reveal himself at the moment with the shot off this gun.
And Savage as well. Nice little bit of movement to get over towards default. Drop that one way. And again, history might just repeat itself if 8Ballers take too long making their way up a long. And APOC slowly on the tail too. So the collapse about to come through. But who's going to take the contact first? In comes that smoke. Molly to try to force Sterling off the line. But it's Savage who might just frag up a storm. He's found right on the flank here. APOC and Savage comes through for the final kill of the half. But there it is. The 9-round lead for Ex-Direwolves. Ladies and gents, don't go too far. We've got the halftime break. And we'll be back with the second half just after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Ex-Direwolves currently leading up a storm here and looking to close out the series. They just need 4 rounds here on Dust2 to do so. And 8Ballers have a long, tall, steep hill to climb. Dion?
Yep, a little bit of a mountain in this one. Not even a little bit of a mountain, a massive mountain, maybe Mount Everest. Already damage has been delivered to them from the opposite side of the map through mid doors. Apox crept down toward the bottom of the doors, taking a duel against Omni, which he may actually lose. The CT starting to put up a little bit of a fight here, but they will fall back. Now Bogeyman in for one. Instantly traded. That's a route in towards A.
Yeah, not expecting that hard re-peak coming out from Hazard now, and it's all up to Chewy to try to hold sharp shot to kick things off, but now Binked down to 19 HP. Oh, and he finished off as well. Jules Cheat trying to just deal with both these T's coming through. Licky, some util to play with, and off the back of that, Jules fully flashed, but he will win the fight regardless. But look at this, one bullet into both of these CTs is going to be enough to clutch it. There's the headshot found for APOC, and he knows Pacific Donga's position. 55 seconds to play with, and he's not forcing anything. Will eventually pick up this bomb, and he's hoping to get that triple burst through.
Well, he knows he's already dinged Pacific Donga as well, because he was the one that actually got that damage before, so he knows he's within one, jumping up. There's the right burst. You don't see it every day, that little cheeky burst fire, but it does ultimately mean, Mac, that the pistol round goes the way of Ex-Direwolves here. I wonder, though, are we going to see a repeat of what happened earlier on, where this round goes toward the 8Ballers?
Ooh, maybe. Just maybe. We'll see what 8Ballers can do. Of course, Ex-Direwolves, they've gone for the rifles, and of course, rifles are ridiculously strong on anti-ecos here on Dust2, unless, say, 8Ballers went for a couple of digs, hit some 1 digs, you know. Maybe
could get a Galil.
Or it's the Galil going into the hands of 8Ballers. 1-for-1 trade. But big damage onto Jules too. And Ex-Direwolves, not too sure if they are going to bend a knee to 8Ballers here. All splitting up, just making sure that the CTs can't get away scot-free on this rotation. And just looking to force the point and get that man advantage. Hazard as well, just happily waltzing his way down B ramp and picking these CTs off one by one.
Bit of extra cash from the objective going down over at the B site as well. That dink gives a false sense of security, as it didn't actually do too much damage to Hazard, and with Sterling tapping away at the end, does get the round pretty clean over towards the Ex-Direwolves, only losing that Galil, which Savage will probably get dropped over, unless he's just going to go down on something like a P250. It's going to be an AK toward his possession though, so this might be the most important round of the game, Mac, for the 8Ballers. They have to get this one to essentially have a challenge back in toward it. They've got the AWP, they've got some M4s, they've got no kits. It is a glass cannon AWP as well for Jules there. So, I mean, you're hoping for a big opener, but he's probably not going to be the one to be seeing that as he's still on A, while the challenge is over at long, and it goes the way of the Ex-Direwolves.
Yeah, rough situation for him to deal with there. And at the same time, things go from bad to worse, you know. In these situations where it's that 4-on-4, usually the T's have that advantage, you know. They'll be able to find a advantageous battle when they do hit those sites, unless 8Ballers go for the stack. But it seems like they're just going to potentially edge towards B here. You got Jules just sneaking into CT, and Bogey hunting for some info there on short. And with that, that will allow that fast rotate over towards the B site.
Any smokes down through tunnels as well. Pacific Donga will be able to actually spam through. Still someone that opts for the silenced variant of the M4. But there's not too much utility actually for the 8Ballers to be able to work with. No flashes. It's just 2 smokes. These duels are essential for them to be winning. And for Jules, he does miss that shot. Does lay into Bogeyman's sneaky position though, being this far crept up short.
Yeah, it's a rough position for him to be in. Smoke fading, and there's that info he needs, but the smoke won't bloom in time,
No flash.
And the flash won't come through either, so nothing works out there for Bogey. However, Ex-Direwolves, they've got the short control. They're about to have A site also. Jules, he's going to be left last alive, and he will find one eventually, but it's Licky to trade, and the big green out of the hands of the CTs. So that puts us on match point for Ex-Direwolves. 1 round away from taking the series and moving into the upper bracket final.
And you can see the space that they were just making sure that they had covered as well. When APOC takes that duel down through the mid doors, he gets dinked up, traded, but they've instantly got another player there to just make sure that they have the trade. The fundamentals in from Ex-Direwolves are looking very, very secure right now. It'll be a great match to see in the upper bracket as well, that they are presumably going to be going into after maybe this round. 8Ballers, though, I want to see more from them. I want to see them get a little bit of a shake-up in this round and find it. We've seen more done with less. Is that going to be another occurrence here? Bit of a totem boost is missing its mark. It's not good. Oh, it's done it again.
Well, not playing out as expected. Sterling aiming low, but he flicks back high, and he'll not quite get the second bogey. Backing himself up here, tapping away with the fatness, able to find himself the double, and maybe keep 8Ballers in the game and in the round. But Hazard from the flank is going to find the final 2 kills, and there you